Hey, I'm back with another video today to talk about what's been going on with Mabi.Pro, my life, and my streams today. This is going to be a scripted video, post-commentary kind of thing, because there's a lot I want to talk about. So, in regards to Mabi.Pro, it's on the back burner right now. I don't really have any feelings towards wanting to play it at the moment, primarily because I've had a been there and done that kind of feeling with it, in terms of stat raising. Like, I've already done it, and I don't want to do it again. The main reason I even made videos covering it was to get the word out that there was a server with the old combat available, and if anyone wanted to try it out, they could. So, if they wanted to do the main reason I did it for, which was nostalgia, because, you know, the old combat in all its glory is just something, I feel like it's something to experience. Because even after several years of experience of playing the live server, I died several times. So yeah, it was a good experience. In those 10 hours of playing, I felt like that, you know, I enjoyed it way more than my weapon swapping action on the main server. You know, with the gunner and the ninja, you know, all the other jazz. It felt a lot more, I guess the proper word is paced, because each enemy felt like it had kind of a presence on the field instead of just being, you know, another thing to avoid with a shooting rush or just burst it down with raw DPS. So I haven't actually quit Mabi.Pro, I'd like to say, because I've enjoyed it and what they've been doing with it, but it's not my priority anymore because, you know, the nagging feeling of been there, done that. If you want some more videos on Mabi.Pro though, my friend Dan, I'll link the annotation somewhere on the screen, does videos on it still. On that note, if you've had any other questions about Mabi.Pro, just shoot a question in the comments. I've read all the comments, and I've, you know, made sure to respond to the majority of them. Not all of them, because some of them were just questions about the servers, and I was just like, I don't even know the answer to that yet. So yeah, I appreciate all the love I got in the last couple of videos. So thanks, guys. But for now, I'll dive into what I've been doing with my life these past couple of months that I've been gone from Mabi in general, and then some more. Honestly, I think I'll be covering about 4 years or so of my life, 4 or 5 years, in like the span of a couple of sentences or paragraphs or, you know, stuff like that. So for those of you that don't know, I've been going to college for about 4 years now. Originally, it was to get into civil engineering, but I realized that I wouldn't enjoy it after my first physics class. I took a lot of my high-end math courses and general courses for a while, along with some random classes to fulfill my 12 credit requirement for my scholarships and grants and all that other jazz. But I had, you know, by the time I hit the first physics class, because I purposely avoided it for a while until I had all the math skills, quote-unquote, to actually do the class, I ended up, you know, finally getting into that class, and I ended up not even using any of the calculus that I had learned, and it just ended up being a bunch of algebra work. Which, honestly, I didn't even enjoy as much as calculus. I knew I'd be using it more in the future, but I ended up thinking to myself, am I really going to have, you know, an impact on the world like this? You know, getting all super anime, but yeah. I'd known that the civil engineering job, or having any type of degree in engineering, would be a respected job. But at the same time, I really wanted to have a tangible impact more so than anything else, because honestly, it didn't really feel that way when I was just doing math work. At this point, though, I was 3 years in my degree, almost done, but I decided to switch over to something that my parents kept telling me to go for, which was a nurse. Surprisingly not a doctor or anything. They're Asian and somehow didn't want that. I don't know how, but I can probably attribute that to my mom being a nurse and her thinking I'd enjoy that. I ended up switching after getting an associate's, like my regular old associate's of science, because of all those other random science classes that I had taken as electives. And I'm now working towards my ADN degree, which is my just regular old registered nurse, and trying to get my BSN, which is basically the bachelor's degree form of that, after I've gotten the job. So right now, I mainly really don't want to get the BSN because I ended up hearing from one of my stream viewers that they felt like their skills were kind of degrading because the BSN degree is basically management stuff. So yeah, I don't want to do that yet. But after the switch, after I just had gotten my Associate of Science and started taking up more biology classes and all the other jazz, I really wasn't convinced because my first biology class was just basically sit in class, read slides, memorize the slides for the test, and then take the test. It wasn't anything too hard, but I had a really, really good professor during a summer course, Anatomy and Physiology, and I realized how much of a change in the lives that you could have just by, knowing what the cell does, knowing what your heart does. If you know the general function of things, then you can tell when something's going wrong. So you can make a pretty big impact just by someone simply saying, oh, it kind of hurts over here, or it kind of hurts over here, and then you can immediately kind of, in your head, pull up a list of what might be going wrong. But the main reason that professor was really good was because he had really, really simple slides. He made this entire topic of your body and memorizing where everything is really, really simple. Like, his slides didn't have more than 3 sentences on them. And there weren't more than like 10 or 15 slides. It was just, here's the slides, read it if you want, but I'm going to explain it to you, and I'm going to, repeat it over and over again as we go on. And this was a summer class. This was like a 3-hour class, yet I could sit there and listen to him all fucking day. But anyways, moving on. The one thing that really, really got me was when we started working with the cadavers, which, if you don't know what they are, they're actually, dead bodies that were donated to science. So when you checkmark that thing that says, sure, I'll donate my body to science, they get sent to, nursing students and other jazz like that. So just know your body's not going to be in the same condition. But I'm pretty sure that after use day, we're going to cremate the bodies anyways. We're not going to get into that. But yeah. After that day of working with them, however, I really did realize that I wanted to stick to a health profession. While I'm trying to stick to being a registered nurse for now, I'm not really sure if I'm going to actually stick to it, because a lot of my advisors are telling me that they don't think I'm going to be a nurse, by the end of this big fat journey, and that I might be suited towards something more impactful. While I believe them, I don't want to really get too ahead of myself. Like, I don't. They're like, oh, you can be a doctor, or you can be a fucking radiologist, or, stuff like that. But, I'm taking it slow. So, nothing gets too, difficult, and I don't end up out of a job and $60,000 or $100,000 in debt or something crazy like that. So anyways, that's been basically my life for the past couple of years, including, during my time playing Mabi and, my time out of Mabi, for the most part. So, for now, I just like to go ahead and start talking about my stream stuff, and just thank you guys if you're still sticking around here listening to me, or if you're still subscribed, or anything like that. So, yeah, thank you. But, second off, I'd like to just advertise that I do have a stream at Twitch, shameless plug that I regularly use. I was doing a stream in combination with YouTube for a little while, but, I felt obligated, that's a word, Phil, obligated to do Mabi.Pro streams whenever I did a Twitch stream plus a YouTube stream. And I honestly felt, kind of restricted in that regard, but yeah. Either way, honestly, there really weren't very many viewers coming by with YouTube, mainly because I don't really have a schedule, and I don't really make much YouTube content anymore, as sad as that is to hear, but you guys know, because, I quit Mabinogi. It's done. But I really enjoy streaming right now. But I felt like if I did keep playing Mabi, though, my editing skills more than likely would have improved to kind of accommodate the video ideas that I had in terms of class guides and how to train and all that other jazz. It's really unfortunate that I didn't want to do it, but, sometimes the game just gets to you with, you get fed up with things, and it has to stop, basically. But for now, I don't think I'll be prioritizing YouTube, still. It's been a while, but still. I really do enjoy streaming a lot more, and nursing school is more than likely going to eat up a ton of my time now that I've been accepted into the program. But if you really enjoyed my old content with Mabi, I'm still mostly the same guy. I ended up watching my Albin thing, one of my old Albin videos, and I was like, yeah, I still feel like the same guy. But yeah, anyways, I'm still mostly the same guy over at Twitch if you want to come by and say hi. If you want to know some games I've been playing some Nier Automata, some Xenoblade Chronicles, The Last Story, Phantasy Star Online 2, and Planet Side 2, and I've been enjoying all of them. Right now, I'm prioritizing Xenoblade Chronicles and Phantasy Star Online 2. Nier will come in again later. I was playing through it, and I got one of the endings, and then I was like, okay, that's it for now. I'm gonna finish Xenoblade up, and, Phantasy Star is just a game that I can play whenever, along with Planet Side 2. And then the last story is on the back burner. I'm gonna get to that. I got through a good chunk of the story, and then I was like, alright, I'm definitely gonna, actually play this game on stream. So, yeah, that'll come last. But I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'll definitely be back with more YouTube content. Big if I get the drive to make more videos and have fantastic editing skills that seem to be a requirement now on YouTube. I watch so many YouTubers now, and their editing is just clean cut. But anyways, off topic. Appreciate the support. I'll catch you guys later. Or on Twitch? I don't know, guys. I'm just gonna end it here. No more talking.